Okay, this is a quick look at AAaccidentalattorneys.com. While there's a lot I could say about the design, I want to keep this video strictly about ranking penalties, fines, lawsuits, and loss of revenue that come from bad code. To start with, AA Accidental Attorneys' first content pane is in 2.5 seconds. To avoid Google limiting how often and how deep they crawl the site, it should be in under a second. This extremely slow first content pane is going to make it difficult for Google to find and rank the web pages. And to make matters worse, it's not fully loaded until a whopping 14.6 seconds. Google penalizes sites that take over 2.5 seconds to fully load. And the reason they do this is because when they were studying their ad network, they discovered that if a website takes 3 seconds to load, it will lose 53% of its traffic. So this site is losing traffic, bleeding way over half its conversions, getting a ranking penalty, getting spidered less for less time, and the spiders aren't going as deep, all because of bad code. And this isn't even an ADA compliant website. The American with Disabilities Act, ADA, can lead to government fines starting at $50,000 per incident. And you can get fined and sued until you fix the problem. And in addition to this, you're turning away millions of people with disabilities. And as long as the website has errors, you don't know for sure that it's compliant. And this site is full of errors. And it only takes one to prevent the search engines from being able to spider the site or prevent it from working properly in a device. So as long as the site has errors, you can't be sure it's ADA compliant. And if you're a developer and someone says, hey, what makes good code? Then you have to say the quality of the code. It has to meet all the standards and doesn't have any errors. And the way you check to see if the code is error-free is by validating it. If you don't validate the code, how can you be sure you didn't forget to close a tag? The consequences of bad code goes far beyond the loss of revenue. It can jeopardize the very livelihood of the business through fines and lawsuits. Attorneys invest good money in websites that suffer from loading issues, aren't ADA compliant, and don't have valid code. Bad code puts the entire law firm at risk. Web developers should be putting doing the job correctly over finishing quickly. Otherwise, attorneys that rely on web developers like the ones that designed this site could face unforeseen fines and lawsuits.